As part of the Do the Right Thing pedestrian crossing, Philip Henry visits different schools to teach the children how pedestrians should deal with traffic. Love News visited St. John Anglican School, where Henry was carrying out presentations, and he spoke to us about the program.
Basically, I am doing the same program that I started a year ago because of the problem in the street with the children of Belize. We had a lot of kidnapping, and a lot of children was been knocked down by vehicles in the city, and no one at all wasn't paying attention to our future of this country. So I went about with the traffic department when I was employed by the Belize City Council, and I thought that I need to go into the school. No one didn't have this knowledge to know that to get these children trained properly, you need to go into the primary schools and in the high schools to get them, to train them about the sidewalks and the pedestrian crossing. So I took my time out and I went about doing this program when I was working at the Belize City Council. But about 5 months after that, I thought that I didn't want to be there anymore, and I left the Belize City Council. And I promised the media houses like Love FM and Crim that I was going to do this throughout the following year. So I went doing the entire country of Belize. I did about over 85 primary school. Basically, this program here is showing me that children need to learn that at times when parents send them to school, they have to go to school. By walking on the street, you need to pay attention to the street and on your surrounding. And we didn't have children paying attention on the street for quite a while, like 5, 6, 7 years, because of parents don't teach them the right thing. And we have our government people haven't bring up this kind of program in the school. So I come about saying that, okay, I need to teach them, and maybe let's see what we will get out of it. If we have our children focusing on these things, we will bring down at least at 60% of the 98% drivers that is out there who gets away with knocking down our children.
Henry goes into the classroom and teaches children about the different license plates and what they signify. He then presents a situation to them and flashes a license plate for 5 seconds to see if they can remember the details. In that way, he simulates a real-life situation in which the children might find themselves out in the street and can remember the license plate number in order to catch the predator. Jovan Reynolds is a Standard 5 teacher at St. John Anglican, and he told us how the program has helped students.
Our class didn't do anything specific, but I was amazed when Mr. Henry came in and did his presentation on traffic that many of these kids, they answered well. Some of them, they know their traffic rules and regulations, and the proof of that is we are in the competition. We got in the competition because we got a high score, which was 1,440 points.
One of the students qualifying to enter the competition is Shanice Reyes, and she shared with us what she has learned about license plates with special focus on one of them.
When I buy the orange one, it means that it's in your name. So if you lend your car or your cycle to someone, if anything happen or they knock down somebody, that not the person will get knocked down in a trouble, that the person in their name are in a trouble, and that if that tree and it, if I lend you and if me and you lend your friend, that I will get charged first, then I go to jail and you will get charged and your friend will get charged too.
Tracy Morrow is another qualifying student, and her specialty is the pedestrian crossing. She enlightened us on her knowledge of this.
I have learned that when you are crossing the pedestrian crossing, you should watch left and right to see if the road is clear, then you should cross. Many children and many kids have been knocked down to that because they have not watched it left and right. Our children is dying, and those whoever has speeded, they should watch that for themselves.
So if you get knocked down when you're crossing, what will happen to the person that knocks you down?
Well, first of all, they'll be charged, but like my friend Shanice has said, you have to watch the license plate because all cars can be the same, like blue, black, and so all cars are that color.
When a program like this is put out for the benefit of our students, everyone should become involved. Henry said that the involvement of others, especially country leaders, is of utmost importance, so he sends a very special message.
I want to say to Mr. Patrick Faber and the Prime Minister give me a call. I am going through all primary school and I am doing this on my own without your help. And I am helping you. You are the government of today and you need to dialogue with me. This is all for you as Minister of Education.
Since the issue deals with traffic, I asked Henry about the involvement of the Ministry of Transport, and he shared an interesting opinion.
We need to have a Minister of Transport from Belize City. This is where the majority trafficking is. Okay? The Minister of Transport is all the way out there in Mango Creek. You only have basically one road to go to Mango Creek and you run across the road, and if you get knocked down, people will see who did it. But in Belize City, in Orange Walk, we are so trafficking. We need to get a minister to run the transport department who is in Belize City.
But the main thing is that children all over the country are now learning what they can do if they find themselves in a traffic infraction, or how they can assist others by doing a simple thing like remembering license plate numbers. There is nothing better than seeing the children excited about having learned something new. And the Standard 5 girls wasted no time in telling us how this applies to their lives out on the street.
Since yesterday, Mr. Henry teach me about it, I learned a lot about it. So now when I walk home and I look around, I see different kind of license plate. And last night when I saw police car pass, I told my cousin that is a business license plate.
I feel very great thanks to Mr. Philip. We have learned much more. So I wish he will come back to our school.
Of course, the program wouldn't be a success if those children who competed against each other didn't take home anything. Henry says that last year, participants took home MP4s and books, among other things. We had the privilege of accompanying Henry to one of his most loyal sponsors, Woolworth Store, located on Regent Street, where a certificate of appreciation for the owner, Dinesh Bhuwani, was handed over.
On behalf of the Do the Right Thing pedestrian crossing, we would like to present this certificate of appreciation for the great help from Woolworth Store that have been donating for the past 2 years to our Do the Right Thing pedestrian crossing. I present this certificate to you to hang up in the store, and we appreciate you all to come on board to save the children that walks the street every day.
I say thanks on behalf of him. Thanks a lot.
And so, we too left, having taken a priceless lesson on the importance of doing the right thing and involving ourselves to help educate our children, not only on traffic safety, but on life in general, which they are bound to face in our ever so fast developing world.
Do the right thing, pedestrian crossing!
Reporting for Love News, I am Natalie Novello.